She is here to get us into the holiday spirit and tell us about Pilates. She has a brand new Christmas movie. Please welcome Lori Loughlin. This is so exciting because you're starring in this new Christmas movie with your daughter.
I know. My daughter Bella is in it. It's the second one we've done, actually, but it was so much fun to have her on set, and we had a nice time together. She's 20 years old now. She's off in college, so for me to have her 10 days all to myself up in Vancouver was really special.
You guys shot this over 10 days?
No, it's a 15-day shoot, but her work was 10, so out of the 15, she was in 10, so she was up there with me for those 10 days. Of course, she was FaceTiming the boyfriend all the time.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
You're like, I'll take what I can get.
Exactly.
Does she listen to your advice about acting, or is she like, I got this, Mom?
A little bit of that, but I know then she is listening, because then she'll come up to me and she'll say, well, what did you think? Or, so yes, so a little bit of both. There's a little bit of Mom, stop, but then also she's taking it in.
Is this something that she wants to pursue full time, like as her career?
She says she does, but she's in college right now, and she's certainly enjoying that.
Right.
She loves college, not the classes, but the parties.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Of course. Every child.
When watching her work, what impresses you the most?
She's very natural. She has a real natural ability. She's, I think, really naturally gifted, and how truthful she is. And she works really hard.
Yeah.
That must be so amazing as a mom to see that.
Well, the first movie we worked together on, I literally was like, you better know your lines. You better know your lines backwards and forwards. Poor kid, like she should, but what was so impressive is we all come on set with our sides and we're still looking at our lines, and she just waltzes onto the set, no sides, no nothing, completely confident, knows all her dialogue.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
She was like, I got this, Mom.
I'm like,
you put the pressure on. I will not disappoint you.
That's incredible.
Your character in this movie has to choose between love and career a couple different times, it looks like. Have you ever had to go through anything like that?
When I had my kids, I had already worked for quite a while as an actress, and I said to myself when I made the choice to have a family that would be my priority. So I always stayed, I always wanted to act, and I kept acting, but I made different choices because my kids were, little. So I never left Los Angeles. As work was leaving and still is leaving Los Angeles, I chose jobs or tried to choose jobs that were here. Now I'm in Vancouver a lot that my girls are older. I'm back and forth. I can kind of go where the work is. But so I did have to make that choice. I didn't want to give up what I was doing, but I wanted to make them a priority.
Yeah. If your daughter, one of your daughters, gets in that situation where they're in a serious relationship, but their career is pulling them somewhere else, what advice would you give them?
Give me the baby. No, I'm just... I'll raise the baby.
That's awesome. I love that.
I want to switch gears. You recently celebrated 21 years of marriage with your husband.
Yes.
Tell us everything. How do you get to 21 years? I'm 2.5 years in, and I want to kill him already. How does it work?
Very funny. Well, you're going to have those days. I'm not going to lie. There's going to be those days where you're like, I want to kill him, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. But you know what? It just ebbs and flows, and you just have to kind of roll with things, right? Like there are the highs, there are the lows. It's like life. You just have to stay there. But I think the most important thing is when you're choosing, choose. Some people enter into marriage to maybe they know something's not right and they do it anyway, and so make that smart choice. I remember my mom gave me a very good piece of advice. She said to me, if you make a list of the pros and the cons, and the pros outweigh the cons, but the one con is going to overshadow everything and make it bad, don't get married.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Wow, what a great mom. That's great advice.
Yeah. So, but it's one foot in front of the other, day by day. But I love him. He's my guy. I'm still in love with him. Like, he just makes me happy. He makes me laugh. He's got a great sense of humor.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, I feel very lucky.
We're all knocking two for
awesome.
you. So nice.
Fuller House is back next week. I can't believe it. We have the new season. What is happening with Aunt Becky?
Oh, my goodness. Well, she's back. Back doing Wake Up San Francisco with Bob, with Danny Tanner, and of course she and Jesse have adopted a little girl, and so yeah, the whole gang is back, just living their Fuller House life.
Can you believe this is happening all over again? I mean, I know it's 4 seasons,
funny.
But still.
It's hard to believe that it's been over 30 years since we did the original, and now we're back at Warner Brothers on the same soundstage we were initially. Yeah, it's, you pinch yourself. You can't, in some ways, it feels like time has stood still. And then in other ways, you're like, oh, wow, this was like a lifetime ago, and here we are again. Surreal, it really is.
That's amazing, though.
But we're very lucky, and we all get along so well. We truly are a family, so it's great to always go back and be with that group because there's such a deep love we have for one another.
That's it for today's Daily Pop, but don't worry, we do it every day.
That's right, and be sure to click below to subscribe to our E! News YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the latest videos.
Whether it's tackling breaking Hollywood headlines or amazing celebrity in-studio interviews, Daily Pop on YouTube will keep you pop cultured.
See you soon.